What's going on, guys? Kaiga here. I did the review on the 3 new fairies. Now I'm going to give you the combos with them and full setups for PvP and PvE. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so I'm going to start with the easy one right here. Let me make sure you can see this just fine. Yep, okay. So the only real one that Wendy really goes with is Dandelion, just because of how their abilities line up. And she is only really a PvE fairy, so I have her there with Dandelion, and then together I have both of the balloon flowers. The idea here is Balloon Flower pulls in, defense down, and then once this triggers, then Tranquil Balloon Flower will land and do her damage, as well as when you swap to her, you get that cooldown bonus passive, which should allow you to do good PvE damage. As far as PvP, Wendy doesn't make the team, neither does Dandelion. So I don't have a lineup here for PvP. For Natsu, his best combo is going to be Hydreiga of Flames, turning off the dodge and slow, and then Natsu with his meteoric damage. Especially if you have some good crit damage on your IOs, he's going to hit for a butt ton. And remember, grafting, you could set it up to get bonus fairy damage. After this coming up week, they're going to make it so Gen 1 fairies can be grafted. So you could have Natsu and put Chestnut grafted onto him, which is nice. As far as the PvE setup for Natsu, we have Winter Cherry and Chestnut Rose. Winter Cherry gives them the fire weakness and 30% bonus. Chestnut gives us a further bonus on the fire weakness. Ixoria doesn't innately do that much damage herself, but she boosts you to make everything else do more damage, and then Natsu comes through and becomes the bulk of your damage. As far as PvP, the combo we talked about before right here with Hydreiga Flames, turn off dodge, slow, also pretty high damage, into Natsu coming in for the kill. Remember, they need to be under 70%, and with whatever skill you use at the beginning plus Hydreiga Flames, they should be under 70, and then Natsu goes for the kill. The other two over here, Winter Cherry primarily here for her passive. Her active does some damage, doesn't really matter. And then Anathria right here for execute if the Natsu combo did not work. You can also put Dahlia here if you're fighting a lot of tankier players. You wait till they use their buffs, and then you use Dahlia active and they kill themselves off of anti-healing themselves off of you. Urza has 4 valid combinations, especially now that Urza had 2 issues when she went live. One, her speed of the ability was super slow. 2, she was not counting the class damage increase in Top League. it's still kind of wonky. If you go into Top League right now, it'll show not active, but when you go into a battle in Top League, you will get that bonus, very similar to that fake HP they put on top of you in Top League. It has something to do with fairies not being shown, was messing with her passive. So it is working. I tested it on Friday. I tested it yesterday on Sunday. It works. So you can team her up. This is a defensive strategy right here with Butterfly Orchid. And the thing here is you use Butterfly Orchid first, which does the cannot move as well as gives you a barrier. And then Urza is able to land all of her damage as well as gives you that defense and attack boost, which goes really well with that barrier that you have. Makes that barrier last longer with that bonus defense. Another very good one here is Sakura. And you can actually click them at the same time because Sakura takes a second to do the stun, but also she hits them with a defense down. Urza already ignores some defense if they're alone, but giving them that defense down and then shredding it even more with Urza allows you to do effectively true damage if your stats line up well. So good damage, good stun combo there. Mistletoe Urza, this is probably the worst of the four. This is against like group PvP. If you're worried about people dodging your abilities and such, you put down Mistletoe, you drop Urza. If they try to get out of it, they get stunned and you can hit them with abilities. Urza will do the damage. Urza's not really killing people herself. She's really a combo unit, as we saw the combo with Butterfly Orchid is really, really solid defensive-wise. The combo here with Sakura is very powerful, trying to get a one-shot in. And then the last one is very similar, but a bit better. Milim Urza, the two collab fairies. Milim automatically, the moment you press the button, cannot move. Urza lands. Also, Milim makes them take more damage from other fairies and companions. And then Urza comes through with the boosted damage, very similar to the Sakura defense down. The only issue with this team is you want to use Milim with other combos. So what I'm doing, this is my current PvP lineup, and this is Urza Butterfly Orchid. I like the defense power this brings. And then the full stun combo over here of Milim Licorice. Like I said, if you want to be more offense focused, you can swap Butterfly Orchid for Sakura here. Just make sure you're using this slot before Urza. I like to do left to right, but with these pictures I kind of did it a little bit weird. And for PvE, she also can make the list, primarily because of how other things work. So we use Twin Lotus, which gives you bonus damage to monsters. Then Gypsophilia hits down during that entire duration of Twin Lotus, so she gets the boosted damage from Twin Lotus. And then over here we have Milim. Don't really care about the cannot move, but she does high damage, gives you an attack boost, and gives you bonus damage from fairies, which Urza's going to land. Very similar. It's like 1A, 1B. You're trying to do the same thing. This is your biggest damage right here, getting the cooldowns and stuff like that from the stacks of Gypsophilia. And then you're having a slightly watered down version, PvE specifically slightly watered down, with Milim and Urza. And remember, Urza's passive is still going to work in PvE because it's class damage. Let me know what you guys think down below. What are your combos? Till next time, guys.